Hello and welcome to another episode of Swim Sets by the Pool podcast. This is the podcast where you get free swim workouts that are vetted by two pro triathletes and an ex D1 collegiate swimmer, and a bunch of tips on just how to swim better and how to enjoy swimming. So I'm glad you're here. I'm Nathan Cohen, professional triathlete, community college swimmer. With me is Greg Harper, fastest swimmer in triathlon, and I don't know. I think he won some NCAA championships with his swim team in college.
I did, yeah. But great intro. Why wouldn't you want to tune into the pod? Sounds like a complete podcast for those trying to improve in swimming.
It is.
Uh,
It is the complete podcast. And the episodes are only 20 minutes long. So you can listen to it on your way to the pool and then do the swim set. And then you'll be super fast, guaranteed.
Guaranteed for sure. I like making guarantees. Yeah, thanks for the intro, Nate. Yeah, I swam in college as well. Yeah, at Cal and some of the Olympians, and we've been around the pool our entire lives. We got a interesting set we're gonna go through today. I'll lead it off with the quick tip of the episode, which is this week when you head to the pool, do something you've never done before. Whether it's a different skull or a 50 breaths as fast as you can, whatever that means to you, try something you've never done in your entire life in the pool. Maybe you've seen someone do it on the internet or something, and try it out. And that's my quick tip.
Nice. That is a great quick tip. Um, yeah, I kind of did something new yesterday. I did a 7K set, actually one from a couple episodes ago from Bob Bowman, one of the best swim coaches in the world. And man, it had like 600 of fly, 600 of backstroke, 600 of breaststroke. And it was all fast. And man, was I sore after that set. Like
I
I
can't.
swim, I
Yeah,
swim a
I'm
lot.
impressed. I'm impressed, man.
Yeah.
That was a hard set we went through,
Yeah, it
and
was it was tough, but I was surprised because I was sore in different ways. Because I usually, when I do best breaststroke or backstroke, I usually just kind of cruise it. I'm never really like trying that hard, but I was trying. Like I was really um trying to go fast on those. So it was a good set, but yeah, I was stoked with it.
my coach growing up, and like we're just a product of our coaches, and I've been blessed to have amazing coaches my entire life. He would say, "You're only as strong as your weakest muscle." And that's when it's like, I don't want to do breaststroke. I'm a freestyler, right? It's like, well, like Nate said, you had that little muscle that got worked when you were doing that breaststroke. And it's kind of tongue in cheek, right? It doesn't totally make sense, but I like the principle of it. Like swimming is like this balance especially in the open water. You can get off, you get bumped by someone, you can be in a weird spot and you have to like kind of swim and rebalance yourself. You need awareness on like your entire body, every little muscle. So um yeah, I think that's cool that you did some 25s breaths. I think I'd be a sore if I did that too fast. So I think I have to get after it this week and do that.
Yeah, you might have to try that one out. And that also brings me to this post I saw on Instagram this week from the ASU swim team. Coach Herb posted this, and he was talking about stimulating athletes in a different way um, to essentially improve over time. And he said it's not about essentially doing the same thing over and over and over, although volume is important. But he said you need to vary the stimulus and um how you like create your workouts and do that sort of thing to get a better result. Essentially it was just based off of this video that he posted. Sorry, I totally like butchered that. But essentially
Oh,
the
that's
video,
a
yeah, the
that's a
video
good
he
message. I
he
mean,
posted was like they were doing 25s where they just kicked, did a flip turn in the middle of the pool, streamline pushed off the bottom of the pool into a fast wall, which is like kind of a weird thing to do.
hmm.
But yeah, he's just talking about the whole thing. So yeah, did you see that post, Greg?
Yeah, yeah, I saw the video, and yeah, it's crazy. I mean, when you see people flip in the middle of the pool, and then they're jumping up in the middle of the pool and the streamline and sprinting. I mean, this is ASU. This is one of the best programs in the country. Like Leon Marchant swam there. Herb was the assistant coach under Bob Bowman, who we just talked about. Now he's the head coach. Bob's at Texas. I mean, he's been around the greatest athletes of the our generation, really, and he's all about doing weird stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I really like the whole message of it. And we always stress variety on this show. We're
Yeah.
like, hey, change it up. And like my quick tip today, and we've talked about variety in the past, and it really is king, you know?
Yeah,
You
definitely.
gotta changing this. He talks about the nervous system too, and it's
Hmm.
like swimming is about your brain. It's about your nervous system. I mean, that's a lot of sport, and people forget that. Like without those two things working together to improve, like you won't get anywhere.
Yeah. So that's your little swim inspiration for this week. But yeah, with that, we're gonna get into the set. This is a swim set that I found by the pool. Go figure, on a kickboard at the local pool in Ventura that I swim at. I think one of the lifeguards was doing this set, and I was like, "Hey, can I take a photo of your swim set?" And they're like, "Yeah, I just Googled a 3K swim set." So this is like from the internet somewhere, who knows where, but me and Greg are gonna break it down for you guys and maybe change some things to make it a little bit better in our opinions. And yeah, hopefully you guys can do this and improve your swimming. But yeah, pretty standard warm up, 400 swim, 200 kick, 200 pull. Um, I'm just gonna add this thing. This is kind of deeper into the set. There's 875s as kick, drill, swim. I would actually just throw that in after that warm up,
Hmm.
um, just to get a little drill um, in there earlier on. I really like starting after you've swam a little bit and loosened up with a little bit of drill, because it sets you off swimming hopefully with better technique, which is one of the most important things. You got to swim with good technique. There's people who just
Of course.
try so hard in swimming, but their technique is just not there. So yeah, that's what I would change.
Yeah, that sounds good. So we'll run through that 800. We'll put the kick drill swim at the top. I like that too. I think doing drills at the end of a workout. I mean, yes, it's good to practice things when you're tired, but sometimes in drills you want to be. It's more of like a warm up situation. You don't do a long run and then do drills. Really, I mean, maybe in a weird scenario, but I think that's a smart move. Um, and it has just like an easy interval. It seems like maybe we can write a couple drills in the show notes too. Too, like we always say, have a little of intention. If you're gonna write a workout that says drill,
Yeah.
give some options. It's just a bunch of small sets, which I don't mind. I mean, I've
Hmm.
seen worse workouts. It just doesn't have any effort throughout the whole workout. It
Yeah.
just says the workout. It's like it's not saying easy, medium, hard, solid, whatever it is. So, um, the next set is 1250's IM order. I think we can leave that as is, but as we move on, maybe we should give some efforts as we kind of move through the rest of the set, because that could be like the last bit of warm up essentially too.
Yeah, I like
1250's
that.
IM order. People will have to work hard on fly, and then you just get through it. Especially if you're a triathlete listening. You're not. It's hard to do efforts in IM sometimes if you're not super competent at all the strokes.
Yeah. So yeah, 1250s IM order. So that would be by 50 if you guys aren't sure. So
Hmm.
50 fly, 50 back, 50 breast, 50 free. Um, and then, yeah, I guess we could start with that 4 100s. It says alternate IM and then free, and then 675s free. I think something that would be good is maybe like a swim the IM strong,
Hmm.
and then the freestyle could be more of like a smooth, like not necessarily like recovery, not like easy, but just like a smooth.
Like a yeah, steady,
Yeah.
smooth pace. Yeah, and then if we go into the 675s and we descend 1 to 3 and four to
Yeah. That's what I
six,
was going to
just
say. Yeah. That
to
sounds good.
change the pace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's because the free's a little easier, and then it goes into a little free with descending. That's great. And then it goes into 850 stroke. I mean, this is a lot of stroke already. I mean, we did
Mm-hmm.
IM order, we're doing hundreds IM. Just 850s just say stroke. I would say maybe like choice free by 25. Like if they
Mm-hmm.
want to do some more stroke, cool. Maybe you want to kick a little bit. Um, and yeah, maybe the evens you go, odds, just steady, evens, strong. Nothing
Mm-hmm.
crazy, just to kind of go back and forth between paces. You got to give them something, just a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
something.
Definitely. So are you saying like odds, choice, evens free for that? Is that what
I
you're
was just
thinking?
thinking choice free by
Choice free.
25.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just the whole time. I mean, because you can do a strong choice
Yeah.
free. Maybe you want to do 25 kick, 25 free.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Nice.
yeah, it's a little unorthodox, but yeah,
Yeah.
why not? I think that's solid.
That's cool. Nice. And then we move that kick drill swim now, and then it's just 200, 200
Oh, there's a 1225 still too.
1225s. I am
I
order.
am order, more I am
More
order.
I
So,
am.
um, yeah, if it's IM order, I think maybe like the first. So there'd be 3 sets of 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
On each set of 4, sprint one of the 25s and change up the stroke each time. So
Yeah.
you kinda know what I'm saying? Like, sprint the fly in the first out of the first 4, on the next 4, sprint the back, and on the last
Mm,
4, sprint the breast. I
yeah.
think that would be a unique way to go through it.
That's actually pretty fun. I like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I guess 200 cooldown. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a funny little set. It's just a basically 4 or 500-yard sets, just one after the other with not much direction. But, there's a little bit of kick and drill and IM,
Mm-hmm.
So it's, for just a Googling of a workout, it's not the worst thing. Little chat GPT for us.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. um, yeah, I think an important thing for sets like this is to still have some sort of like goal and intention going into it. So you don't just end up swimming what some people would call garbage yardage. What do you think about garbage yardage, Greg? Is that a thing?
I mean, it's definitely a thing. No, I like what you said. Intention is really big for sure.
Hmm.
Um, and garbage yardage, I mean, volume is super important, but like when a professional does garbage yardage, they're swimming good technique, aerobic, they're getting fit. They're not reinforcing bad habits. But if you just go there and there's intention, it's fitness, right?
Hmm.
But if you just go in there and swim, like, and your technique's not great, like, that's how you get the garbage yardage, kind of like
Hmm.
with no intention. So, for who you are at the time, think, what am I going to get out of this workout? And maybe it's, hey, I'm going to get a little bit better at the strokes. There's a lot
Yeah.
of stroke work. Hey, I want to get a little more comfortable. Maybe that's the goal for you in this workout.
Yeah, and you don't have to be amazing at swimming when you get started. You're definitely not going to be. But if you can focus on one thing during your workout, like even if it's just like your hand entry or something, or like looking down a little bit more so your head's not like at the wrong angle, like sinking your hips and stuff. Um, that's what swimming with intention is. So that's what I would encourage you guys to do for this set is have something that you're trying to work on. There's a lot of stroke in there, which I think all of us, I mean, even me, I'm learning like I could do a little bit more stroke and I think I'll benefit from it and become a better swimmer. So that
Mhm.
could be the thing you focus on. And even if you're not great at backstroke, you're not great at breaststroke, just try and be a little bit intentional about like how can I be just a little bit better? And that's really how you get better at swimming, you guys.
Definitely, definitely. And you got to be a student of the sport. We say it too. Like if you have no idea how to do breaststroke, the internet is out there. Okay,
Hmm.
you can learn how to swim breaststroke legally on the internet, and then try to go do it in the pool. Like just to say, oh, I can't do it. Well, you haven't tried hard enough. Like it, and that, like Nate said, you don't have to be amazing at those 3 strokes, but getting to a competent level, I think will help you swim freestyle. It might help your open water swimming. I mean,
Hmm.
those things really are connected. So yeah, variety, learning different movement patterns for your brain, for your nervous system, important for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. With this set, it's kind of funky, but yeah, we changed it a little bit and gave a little bit more um intention behind the efforts and things like that. And then as far as like the rest goes, it kind of just looks like you're getting about 10 to 15 seconds rest on most of these things, just enough to where you can kind of start it and you're not like totally gassed. Because if you push it at an interval where you're just barely making it, that's when like it's easy for your technique to really really fall apart, and this is not that
Yeah,
kind of workout to just barely make the interval. So give
yeah,
yourself like
definitely.
10 to 15 seconds rest on this.
That's always a good. If you're unclear of an interval or something, 10 to 15. If you're doing 50s or hundreds or even 200s, like that's a good ballpark for you.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, sweet. Well, that's pretty much it. This is kind of a shorter episode, but I've got a little hot take to close us out with. It's not that hot. It's medium spicy, I guess. But it's you don't have to be strong physically to be a fast swimmer. There are 15-year-old girls out there who can smoke most people in the pool, and they're not lifting insanely heavy weights. They just have really good technique that they've practiced over time and reinforced by good coaches over and over and over. And
Yep.
that's why you get, girls swimming 158, 200 flies, it's crazy.
Hey, Janet Evans. She had world records in the 400-meter freestyle. She was like 5'4" and was 105 pounds. She went a 4:02 400-meter freestyle. So
Crazy.
that's a case in point.
Yeah.
No, it's smart. Great, Nate. Nice work.
Well, sweet. Well, thanks for listening to this episode, you guys. If you want to get better at swimming this year, listen to our episodes. Follow Greg on Instagram. He just friggin' goes off sometimes and just talks about things. And you're going to get better at swimming this year. So, yeah, have a good one.
Cheers. Thanks.